So you got yourself an Osmo Action, a GoPro 7 Black, or even your first drone. You're out there on the crazy World Wide Web looking for new accessories for your brand new toys. When you keep running across article after article and YouTube videos galore telling you that you must use ND filters, that there's no way that you can get good footage without them. But is that really the case? I just so happen to have a bunch of super high quality ND filters made by Freewell for the Osmo Action, the GoPro 7, the Mavic Zoom, and the Mavic Air. And today, we're gonna go over those, look at the quality, and find out, are ND filters really worth it for you? If you're new here, my name is Sean Oz, and this is the World of Oz, where I share with you all the fun doodads and gadgets that I use here in the Rocky Mountains in my active lifestyle. If you're into that kind of stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the little bell icon so you don't miss future content. Today I'm going to be talking about ND filters, neutral density filters. If you've been on the fence about getting some for yourself and your toys, then this video is 100% for you. As some of you already know, I pretty much never use ND filters for any of my videos here on YouTube. But wait, what are ND filters, you ask? And what are they used for?
Excuse me, Sean. I think I can help explain this to your viewers.
Hey everyone, it's my good friend Henrik from Tech Drone Media. How are you doing today, buddy?
Very well. Thank you for asking. I just heard you talk about ND filters, and I know for the most part of the content that you create that you don't use them. So I thought I could just jump in and explain the basics when ND filters or neutral density filters are best used. Think about this as sunglasses that reduces the amount of light that passes through the lens to the camera without altering any of the colors in the world around you. If you shoot in manual mode, these are very helpful to help reduce the shutter speed to generate that buttery smooth footage with motion blur that we're used to see from the blockbuster movies. There's a lot more details about how you use ND filters and which settings to apply. But Sean, I don't want to steal your video.
I know you've done some pretty extensive videos about ND filters on your channel, Henrik, so I'll make sure to link that video in the description for all of you out there who are looking to step your game up and start shooting more in manual and to take advantage of what you can get in manual mode with ND filters. I really appreciate you stopping by and sharing that information here with my viewers.
Anytime, Sean. Always a pleasure.
Now that you have a basic understanding of what ND filters or neutral density filters actually are and what they do, let's take a closer look at the ones made by Freewell. They're pretty high quality, and I'm pretty impressed with the production and packaging of these ND filters. Most of the videos I make here on YouTube, I don't use ND filters, especially when making action content with cameras like the GoPro 7 or the Osmo Action. However, there have surely been times that I wish that I had my ND filter on my camera and I was shooting in a manual mode. One huge benefit with ND filters is still photography. Using a super dark filter so you can have a long exposure time to get amazing shots of blurred out things during daylight hours, such as waterfalls, cars driving by, trails of people walking through as somebody stands static in the middle of them. That's sort of the only way that I personally find myself ever using ND filters is still photography. And lately I'm not doing a lot of that. I'm focusing on video, and yes, they come in handy when you're doing manual video as well. But when you're in a hurry and you're shooting in full auto, it doesn't make a huge difference, especially if you're a grab and go kind of guy and you gotta just hurry and make that video, get that shot, and sometimes you just gotta realize what's good enough. There's a difference between perfect and good enough. And yes, there's a place for both. So you have to decide what is better for you. See this sky back here? If I was using an ND filter, it probably wouldn't be washed out right now, although I am filming in auto. See the difference? Polarized sunglasses. That's all an ND filter really is. I went out with the Osmo Action and the GoPro and I did some side-by-sides using all the different ND filters, everything in full auto with their stabilization on, and I'm gonna put them up right here so you can see which one looks best for you, or if they even make a difference enough in full auto. In manual, they do make a difference. Let's go ahead and check those out now. I'll put below what camera, what ND filter I'm using in each shot, and we'll put them all side by side. All right, ND filter test with the Osmo Action. We're gonna start no filter. Same exact settings. We're now using the Freewell light pollution filter. Comes on its own. Really cool, nice red ring. All right, now we are using the ND filter number 4. Now we're on the ND number 8. Okay, now we are on ND number 16. Number 16. This is the ND 32, but it's also polarized, so I can turn the ring. Now we have the ND 64 with the same spinning polarized lens like this. So what'd you think? Did you really notice a big difference in full auto? And if so, is that a big enough difference that they're gonna work for you? Or are you one of those guys that wants to take it up a notch and start shooting everything in manual? Because if so, the ND filter is pretty much a must. If you do decide to grab some ND filters for the Osmo Action, the GoPro 7, Mavic Zoom, your Mavic Air, or anything else out there, Freewell makes really high quality filters that go on really nicely, and they all work really well for a good price. They're much cheaper than other brands, and I will link to them in the description below. And remember, I'm also linking to Tech Drone Media's video on ND filters describing more how to use them in full manual mode in that description below too. And if you did find this video helpful, remember to click thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment so I know that you want to see more videos like this in the future. And if you didn't, I just really don't care. You can also support the channel by picking up your own Jolly Roger drone t-shirt. Links in the description. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you next time. There's so much more on the details of using ND filters properly.
Bright daylight.